Kuj papa nakuar nage kpada vanege ani unakitiagana amura kontunga amura daunu dia kwar anako panagya karamoja munar kago bin ushara akiyara kontunga mira munawun koto kesh leleta paga akoyo iriamiton kudulala akicheke etugoro paga nyamatang malia enakar chekizil karamoja kidalanga tunga kana kayigwa ananitia Kidalanga tunga kotore kito polore akopana igwana nagya alakara guj alakar no way for this to pray. My name's Akeno Isaiah Lodo Apalodo. I hail from the district of Kotido. Yeah, that's part of the Karamoja district. Thank you.
Please give him a big hand clap. That is the definition of the National Unity Platform, and we have always said, Madam Deputy Vice President, the Secretary General, my boss who is donning a bow tie this morning, definitely in tandem with what is happening at Parliament, the death of Jacob Olanya, Honorable Joel Senyonyi, leaders from Northern Region. I can see Comrade Mungu here, Ernest from Karamoja, Caesar, and all our brothers and sisters. You're most welcome. To the country out there, amidst us to that National Unity Platform, we are humbled and blessed to be having our different coordinators and members from the different parts of Northern Region. And that is, in particular, we have a delegation from Acholi. Please stand up for recognition. The delegation from Acholi. People power, our power. Kunga Acholi kunga. Kunga Acholi kunga. Kunga Acholi kunga. Thank you very much. We have a delegation from West Nile. Please stand up for recognition. Those from West Nile. Arua and our default. People power, our power. Kunga West Nile kunga. Kunga West Nile kunga. Oritia. Oritia. Oriyo. People power, our power. Please, you can sit down. We have those from Lango sub-region. Please stand up for recognition. People power, our power. Kunga lira kunga. Kunga lira kunga. Kunga lango kunga. Kunga kole kunga. People power, our power. We have our comrades, as you have seen, from the great resourced Karamoja region. Please stand up for recognition. Kunga Karamoja kunga. Kunga Karamoja kunga. Thank you very much. People power. If there is any place I enjoyed, please sit down. If there is any place I enjoyed most during the campaign trail, it was in Karamoja, where they indeed told me, indeed I was told by a woman, that in case things went berserk, everybody there had the potential and the knowledge of how to use a gun. For me, that was very interesting. And at one time thought that all Ugandans must have liberty to know how to use a gun, because we are under gun violence. I think we should think about that louder. Let me take this opportunity to invite Honorable Joel Senyonyi, who will speak briefly because he has to leave for other duties where he has to represent the party.
Thank you. People power. Our power.
People power.
NUP.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
NUP.
It's good to see the good people from across different parts of northern Uganda, from Acholi, from Lango, from Karamoja sub-region. Let's welcome them. Those of us who are not from there. Let's welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. And thank you for the hard work that you're doing in those different parts of the country. It's tough doing politics here at the center where there is attention of the media and so on. It's even tougher in many places where you will be picked up, you will be brutalized, and nobody gets to know. So we salute you people because you go through various hardships, but you have remained solid, and you're saying, we know what we want a better country, and nothing will deter us from that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. As a National Unity Platform, we continue to condole with the family of the deceased Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Jacob Lokori Olanya. We condole with the family, the friends, Parliament of Uganda, and indeed the nation of Uganda. It's a very unfortunate happening. We pray that the deceased soul rests in eternal peace. He belonged to the NRM. We belong to the National Unity Platform. But we are Ugandans first. Before we are anything else, we are human beings first. And that's why we condole with the family, and that's why as NUP we are also taking part in the different activities to send off the late speaker. That's what we are. That's why we are the National Unity Platform. And we should always remember that. You know, colleagues from Acholi, from Lango, from Karamoja, when you meet these folks from the NRM, try and draw them. You know, show them that you're different. Show them that you are better than they think you are. Show them that you are leaders. Let's try and draw them close. Because very soon, and mark this word, very soon, we're going to be in charge of this country.
Yes.
Very soon. And we must begin to show these people that we are a different breed of leaders. While for them, they will treat us the way they treat us, you know, many of our people have been killed, many of our people are in jail, many have been tortured and they have torture marks. We must show that when you're a leader, you must be different. And we must begin to show that now. So it's a very important thing to do. I will quickly say though that I think it's important that as a nation, now that we have come together and we are all in mourning the deceased speaker, I think that it would be a good thing to honor the late Speaker Jacob Lokori Olanya by doing certain things. By fixing healthcare, for example. It would be one way to honor this man. Because when you go to different parts of the country, right here, from here in Kampala, when you go to Acholi, when you go to Lango, when you go to West Nile, when you go to Karamoja, when you go to the east, Usoga, Bale, when you go to the west, Ankole, Chigezi, everywhere, healthcare is in a shambolic state. Many places, the structures are tenement structures. Where there's a structure of sorts, there's no medicine. Or there's not enough health workers to attend to people. Mothers are giving birth on the floor. And so, if we are serious about honoring this man, let's honor him by paying attention to healthcare. I'm sure it would make Jacob Olanya, wherever he is, a happy man. In 2018, he fought for his people who were struggling with the nodding syndrome. Remember that time, government had set aside, must have been around 73 million shillings to cater for nodding syndrome in 9 districts. That's a paltry figure. And he said, no, we must do better than this. And he put his foot down, advocated for his people, and government increased that budget to about 1.3 billion shillings. So, perhaps if we choose to say, let's pay attention to healthcare, he will feel honored wherever he is. Let's do that as a country. It's an important thing to do. It's also unfortunate that whenever there is a disaster, there are people who want to reap, who want to benefit from a disaster. Very unfortunate. You have been seeing the issue of the budget for the burial of the late speaker. They began by putting it at 2.5 billion shillings. And I want to thank Ugandans, wherever you are, from different parts of the country and the diaspora. you made a lot of noise and said, no, this is not right. And your voices were heard. Because that budget was slashed from 2.5 billion to 1.8 billion. And people still made a lot of noise. And we understand it was slashed further to 1.2 billion shillings. I believe that we can give a decent send-off with even much less. So never underestimate the power of your voices, Ugandans. That when you speak, that when you use social media, whatever other platforms you have, your voices get to be heard. What for me this communicates is that somebody had inflated the budget to send off Speaker Olanyi. Because all of a sudden, you're saying 1.2 billion can do what you thought 2.5 billion shillings was intended to do. And we are saying even much less can be able to do that. So what happened along the way? Somebody had probably inflated these costs. That's very unfortunate. You don't try and steal or try to benefit from a sad situation. And we see this a lot in our country. Whenever there's disaster, there are some disaster-prone districts, Bududa, when there are landslides, Kasese, whenever River Nyamwamba bursts its banks, and there's a flood and people are displaced, and many other parts of the country, whenever there are disasters, many government officials see that as an opportunity to make money. And so they'll inflate the budgets. They'll buy substandard things, substandard food, substandard blankets, and other basic things to take to these people. And yet, a budget was allocated to make sure good quality things are bought. Why are we this way as a country? So I hope that as a country, we shall always demand and say, no, the right thing must be done. And also demand for accountability of these things, because this is taxpayers' money. I want to talk briefly about what's happening in Karamoja sub-region. And it's good we have representatives from Karamoja sub-region. The people of Karamoja feel they have been abandoned. The people of Karamoja have been ignored. Like it was years ago. The people of northern Uganda were abandoned when Joseph Kony and others were brutalizing them. They were abandoned for a very long time. Many died. And not enough attention was paid to that situation. And that's why, as a country, we lost many people. Why are we waiting for the same to happen in Karamoja? Almost every day, there are bodies on the streets, in the gardens, and so on. And there are many allegations. The locals will tell you, some will tell you it is rustlers. Other locals are saying many times UPDF officers go on rampage and they want to kill everybody because they are thinking, so all of you are guilty, and so they go on a killing spree. That's what the locals are telling us. And a lot more. And the rustling that is happening, again, the locals tell us, some of those who are benefiting from this are senior government officials, senior UPDF officials. Can we go on ground and investigate these allegations? What's not an allegation, though, is that people are dying. And their bodies, you see them on social media, in the media, and so on. People of Karamoja are being killed nearly on a daily basis. Are we waiting for them all to be wiped out for us as a country to take action? We have yet to see concrete action taken by security in this country. If Bobby Wine says, I am now going to some place for some activity, they will deploy an entire barracks. Why don't we do the same for Karamoja sub-region? These are Ugandans, and they deserve to be treated as such. They deserve to be protected. We need to make sure we do this as a country. Otherwise, we shall live to regret at some point when many have been wiped out, and then we say, maybe we should have done something earlier. So as NUP, we stand with the people of Karamoja, and we are saying action must be taken. We want to see government security officials getting to Karamoja and ensuring that there is security in that place. It's one of the few areas that have ministers. There are two ministers for Karamoja, a senior one and a minister of state, and you know, all these different people that are meant to watch over the place, but we don't feel that something is being done to protect the people of Karamoja. And I want to thank the people of Karamoja for not being quiet, for standing up and saying we are Ugandans, we must be protected too. We saw the protests in Abim yesterday and various other districts within Karamoja sub-region. Please keep speaking up. You see, this government only pays attention to people who speak up. People who take action and say, okay, we have told you come and protect us, you do not want, and then you peacefully protest. It is your right. No one should deny you of that. That's when they will pay attention. Because you see, the preposterous thing is, I saw heavy deployment to try and quell a protest by peaceful people, mothers, old people, and so on, who are saying, please provide us with security. Police and the military deployed heavily to quell that peaceful protest. But they have refused to deploy to make sure these people are protected. Do we really care about the people of this country? For the sake of our Luganda media houses, I will very briefly say what I've said in Luganda. Nga National Unity Platform, kungubagira wamu ne family y'omugenzi Speaker Jacob Nokori Olanya, ab'enganda ze, Parliament ya Uganda, ekitundu ky'abadde akiikirira, olwawo n'eggwanga lyonna. Tubasaasira olw'okufiirwako omukulembeze ono. Badde babibiina bya njawulo, ndiba NUP abadde wa NRM era nga gyakolera, naye munayo okufa kuyina engeri ekugatta abantu. Yo munategeera nti munaye ffenna tuli bantu era akaseera konna ffenna tuddayo eri omutonzi. So twekube mu mitima tulabe obulamu bwaffe tubutambuliza tutya, kuba akaseera kajja tuuka ffenna tudde eri omutonzi. So nga tukyali wano tukole ekisoboka kyonna okuweereza omutonzi n'okuweereza eggwanga lyaffe mu buli ngeri yonna. Ffenna abamu tulowooza nti bwe tuba twagala okuweesa omugenzi ekitiibwa, waliwo bitusobola okukola ng'eggwanga, tuteeke essira ku nsonga y'ebyobulamu, ku nsonga y'amalwaliro. Nkakasa nti ow'ekitiibwa Jacob Olanya singa alina chance n'atunula ebigenda mu maaso yalibadde musanyufu bw'alabanga tukikoze ku lulwe kumuweesa ekitiibwa, tugamba nti ebyobulamu bino tubiseeko essira. Kyeyali agadde kubanga naye kennyini emyaka egyayita 2018 yagezaako okulwanirira abantu be abaali balina ekirwadde ekya nodding syndrome, nga gavumenti etaddewo ka budget akatono ennyo, n'akuba emmeeza n'agamba nti nedda abantu baffe bali mu kufa, iwala ebintu ebiranga mubiteekamu ssente empitirivu, wano mutaddewo ka sente muzongere tutaase abantu baffe. Era gavumenti neewuliriza ensonga eyo neeyongeramu ssente okugezaako okutaasa embeera eyo. So nkakasa nti Jacob Olanya n'ekyeyali agadde, singa tugamba nti omusajja ono tumuweesa ekitiibwa, ensonga y'ebyobulamu tukiseeko essira, kubanga buli kitundu ky'eggwanga ky'ogendamu wano mu Central, bw'ogenda mu Mambuka, bw'ogenda e Busoga Mbalewa, bw'ogenda Nkola Ekigezi, wa yonna amalwaliro gali mu mbeera mbi. Eri bizimbe, awali ebizimbe temuli ddagala oba temuli basawo bamala, osanga abakyala bazaalira awo ku ttaka. So nze ngamba nti nga twagala omuweesa ekitiibwa, kubanga buli omu avuddeyo ogezaako okuweesa omukulu ono ekitiibwa nga tumuwerekera. Tukole ekyo, kijja kuyamba eggwanga lyaffe era naye tujja kuba tumuweesezza ekitiibwa. Kyanaku nti waliwo abantu munnange bo abasalawo okuganyulwa mu mbeera embi, mu mbeera ey'obuzibu. Mwalaba bafulumya bajeti ey'okuziika omukulu ono, ne bagamba obuwumbi 2 miliyoni 5 yakuziika. Era njagala kwebaza bannayuganda kubanga mwayimusa amaloboozi gammwe yonna gye mwali ku social media, wa yonna bannayuganda abali wano, bannayuganda abali ebunaayira, ne mugamba nti nedda, kino kikyamu. budget ne batandika ogisala basooka gisala ne bagireeta kawumbi kamu mu milioni 8 kati tuwulira bazzemu ogisala akawumbi kamu ne milioni 2 ate ffe abamu tugamba nti tusobolera ddala ogisalira ddala omukulu ono era ntumusiibula mu ngeri ekitiibwa so bannayuganda temwenyoomanga amaloboozi gammwe ago gayimusenga buli bwe mulaba embeera etali nnungi kakati awuza ekifaananyi ekyanzijidde wakati bw'oba ogamba nti akawumbi akamu ne milioni 2 zisobola okukola kiri kye twali tusuubira obuwumbi 2 ne milioni 5 okukola ekitegeeza kati waliwo eyayongezaamuko mu kabajeti asobole okuganyulwa mu mbeera eno embi era tuzze tubiraba ebuduude eyo bwe wabeerayo obuzibu oba ekasense amataba nga gatwala abantu abakulu abamu mu gavumenti ako bakalabanga kakisa kakufuna kasente ne bagenda ne bagula ebintu ebiri substandard mu bulangiti emmere nga mbi naki ate nga sente zaabaweeddwa za kugula ebyo ebintu ebitegerekeka naye n'asalawo nti akano kankukozesenga kachansi nange nfune wendiira bannaye twatuuka tutya wano nga bannayuganda so bannayuganda tusigale nga tuyimusa amaloboozi gaffe buli ngeri yonna okusaba embalirira accountability ey'ebintu bino kubanga zino sente zamuwa musolo ensonga ya Karamoja banne ekigenda mu maaso e Karamoja kitiisa era kyeraliikiriza simanyi lwaki Karamoja yo tetugitaddeeko sira abantu bafa buli kanaku emirambo giri mu makubo mu nnimiro eyo nawa abakaramoja bo babuuza bo si bannayuganda si bantu abalina okukuumibwa kubanga emyaka egyayita mujjukira mu mambuka nga konyi yakyetalaatala eyo abantu bangi abaafa era nga gavumenti eringa etabaliiko bangi ne battibwa bajjukira luvannyuma kati kyetulinze Karamoja nti abantu bangi basooke battibwe gavumenti ejooka egendeyo etandika okukwasaganya embeera eyo abakaramoja bannayuganda bawa omusolo bali mu kuttibwa kaakano naye tetunalaba kikolebwa okulaba nti embeera eno eterezebwa ate kiri ku ground kubanga abantu batugamba nti abamu abakola kino be bano ababbi b'ente ate nga mu babbi b'ente era abali ku ground batugamba nti mulimu abakulu abamu mu gavumenti tugende tunoonyereze ku bintu bino kuba abantu bali mu kuttibwa ate abali bagamba nti abamu abatta ba UPDF balumba ekyalo ne bagamba wano waliwo abantu abakola effujjo be bali mu kutta abantu ne bakuba amasasi abantu bangi ne bafa tugende ku ground tunoonyereze ensonga zino naye n'okusingira ddala abakaramoja bano tubawe obukuumi kyekirina okukolebwa kyekyobuvunaanyizibwa region eyo erina abaminisita babiri minisita ali senior ne state minister wa Karamoja bakoze eki ku nsonga eno bannaye tetunabawulira security naki abakaramoja bannayuganda era tukole ekisoboka kyonna okubasaako essira okubataasa mu mbeera gye balimu twagala tetulinde nga bangi bamaze okuttibwa then tugende tutandike okuyiyayiyayiya. Thank you for listening to me. Like I requested, I will beg to run to Parliament. We are seeing off the Speaker, late Speaker. As the National Unity Platform, like we are saying, we have to participate in this because we are the National Unity Platform. We must be able to show leadership. We must be able to show that even when we belong to different political parties, even when some people belong to political parties that oppress us, once we must show them that we are different, that we are leaders. We must show them how we are going to run this country. Because like I said, soon and very soon, we are going to be running this country. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Hi. Thank you very much for that.